to adjust.
Okay, when not to adjust.
Yes.
So there are times
when it's dangerous. Yes.
There are times when a chiropractor does not adjust.
Of course.
Oke, ada saatnya di mana chiropractor nggak ngekretekin badan kita. Ternyata nggak semua pasien yang datang harus langsung di-crack gitu.
Hai semua, tamu kita hari ini untuk diajak talk adalah Tyler Bigenho, Doctor of Chiropractor. Baru-baru ini, si chiropractor ganteng ini datang ke Bali, Indonesia. Selain memenuhi cita-citanya untuk mengedukasi tentang dunia chiropractic, Tyler juga mengkretek 300-an orang di Bali ini tanpa memungut biaya loh. Anak muda yang masih berapi-api dan penuh idealisme ini setengah bule dan setengah Indonesia. Pertemanan online saya dengannya dimulai di tahun 2022 awal dan sekarang kami bisa berjumpa langsung. Ayo kita belajar yuk, apa itu kretek-kretek ala chiropractor agar jangan asal kretek ya, agar tidak membahayakan diri sendiri.
Alright, go
yes.
on.
And you know, there's obviously risks involved with anything.
Like what? High blood pressure? Cannot adjust.
I don't have all of them listed in my head anymore, but cancer,
Okay.
any type of infection. If you want to know if they have rheumatoid arthritis or osteoporosis, aneurysm in the neck.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, and a lot of what we learn is how to identify that.
Right, that was my next question. So say
Exactly.
aneurysm. Someone comes in, you don't know if they have aneurysm or not. What are the first signs? And you're like, okay, I'm not touching you.
Well, first off, really bad headache.
Really bad headache, okay. Consistent?
No, it's usually, man, I've been having this really bad headache for the last 2 days.
Okay.
But anytime I hear headache, my alarm's up. Then you look at the eyes, eye contact. You know, the pupils will either be like dilated or constricted. Okay. It'll just look different from what I've seen. But you know, normal headaches, it's just like, oh man, it just hurts right here. With an aneurysm, you might have dizziness, nausea, among other things. But when I see headaches, it's never associated with dizziness or nausea, never. And if it is, then it's like, oh, okay, what's going on here?
Orange light.
Take the blood pressure, read the pulse, and you know, send them to where they need to go.
Yeah.
But if you don't know that, you won't.
Yeah.
You'll just go in and, oh, it's a headache, crack her upper neck. And that's how accidents happen.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard of the story.
I heard.
You heard? Okay. Jadi ternyata ada orang yang tidak bisa dikretek-kretekin, yaitu orang yang katakanlah misalnya pusingnya hebat banget, 2 hari terakhir, 3 hari terakhir saya pusing, nggak harus konsisten, tapi pusing gitu. Nah biasanya Tyler akan melihat dari di mana letak pusingnya, lalu kelihatan dari bola matanya membesar atau mengecil, itu semua tanda-tanda untuk dia biasanya lampu orange. Ini orang diambil aja deh tekanan darahnya dan biasanya itu akan tinggi, dan bila itu tinggi maka dia tidak akan menyentuh gitu, karena memang chiropractor ini mengobservasi klien yang masuk itu adalah sesuatu yang sangat vital sebelum akhirnya memutuskan ini bisa dikretekin apa enggak. What about age? How old must a person be? A minimum of what to get their bones? Sorry, not their bones cracked, but you know.
Well, some people adjust babies.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Not my thing.
I sent you the one of the snake, remember? Did I show you that the snake got...
The snake?
Yeah, I sent you one. This was a chiropractor done on a snake and a dog.
Yeah. The animal chiropractic it's pretty big, pretty popular.
Yeah.
I don't adjust kids, infants, babies.
You don't do that?
No.
Okay.
No. Actually, at my office, if
Senior citizens?
Yes.
Yes.
but not my specialty. But yeah, the oldest person that I regularly adjust is like 85. But he's in pretty good shape. You know, if another 85-year-old came in and they're very brittle, I probably wouldn't, you know, or something like that.
Iya, jadi lansia juga harus hati-hati. Kalau yang rapuh banget, ringkih kan kelihatan ya. Jadi dia nggak akan ngekertekin lah gitu istilahnya. What about is there like, so after someone gets aligned, what do you call that? Adjusted, sorry. Do they have to go home and do some sort of like exercise to strengthen which muscle and blah 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 before they come back, or usually it lasts long, one adjustment?
So my whole thing is I don't try to make it last. Obviously I would like it to last, but there's so many things out of my control. You know, you could go home and do the exercise and movement and eat really healthy, drink a lot of water, sleep every day, go out in the sunlight, smile, not be stressed ever. But most people don't do any of those things. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's my goal, it's my job to make sure that they know there are things that they can do to make it last longer. But in reality, I just want them to see me as go through life, do what you can, and to be healthy and, you know, be mindful of your own wellness. But if you get a little lazy or you go through a stressful time, I'm here. I can give you some relief. That's all I care about.
Relief.
Relief. Yeah. People come to me for relief, and I'm okay with that. That's all I do. I just provide relief.
Okay.
I'm not fixing anything. I'm not curing anything. People come to me and they come back and they tell their family
and friends
for relief. You know, that's all I do. Some chiropractors, they practice alignment. They think that your spine's supposed to be perfectly straight. I think maybe bone setters also practice that way. But for me, I just feel your spine wherever it's like messed up. I just try to clear it out, give you some relief, and tell you to come back the next time you feel like it's all building up again and it's getting in the way of your life.
So the way you think is pretty simple, yeah?
It's super simple.
Yeah.
And you know, in school we learn super complex. Oh, your spine needs to be aligned. Oh, it needs to be like this, like that, like that. I don't care. And the majority of my patients don't care either. The way I explain it, they're like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. And you know, I'm not selling them on a package. I just say, I'll give them recommendations on when I think they should come back. But some people come see me once a year, once every 2 years. Some people come in once a month. I'll tell people, I don't like to adjust people too often. I don't
see the benefit of that?
Well, that's just not how I practice.
Okay.
There are benefits to that for sure. But instead of getting adjusted all the time so that maybe your problems don't come back is not what I want to do. I want you to come in with problems, and I want to take the problems away if I can.
Oke, jadi harus memang ada keluhan kalau ke Tyler. Ya beda chiropractor mungkin beda cara mereka menangani pasien ya. Tapi kalau khusus dia ini, dia lebih senang kalau datangnya itu with a problem, datang bawa keluhan and he'll adjust it. As opposed to ya, dibandingkan bila kita datang nggak ada apa-apa, iseng aja pengen dikretek-kretekin gitu. Menurut dia, that's not the way he works gitu. So people have to come in with a problem and you give them relief, and that's your MO.
That's my MO, yeah. But they don't necessarily always come in with a problem. Some people just, you know, they see the videos and they're like, oh, I want to go try it. You know?
And that's okay too.
That's okay too. Yeah. You know, after I'm done treating them, then they know what normal feels like, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to feel like this? Wow, I feel light. And then they message me later that week and they say like, I've been sleeping better, like my appetite is back,
better, yeah.
I'm more energized,
yeah.
and you know, I can't promise that that's going to happen with everyone, but I hear that a lot. You know, it's stuff that you don't necessarily think about because people think of chiropractors as they help with pain only.
Only,
yeah.
Kira-kira bisa tambah tinggi ya nggak ya kalau ke chiropractor? So do chiropractors adjust people so they can be taller? Like lengthen my legs a bit.
You'll feel taller.
Feel taller. Okay.
I actually never measured someone before and after. Right. I probably should at this point.
And
but
see how long that lasts.
It's hard to say if how long it would last for. Okay. But yeah, you could be a little bit taller on the way out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you short kings. I got you.
Okay. All right. How about scoliosis? Do you guys fix that too? Is that part of your job?
So one thing I never say in my office is fix.
Fix, okay. We'll take that
You know,
away.
other people might say fix. I just don't. It's just not what I do. You know, going back to the whole, I just take tension out. Hopefully you feel better. But yeah, I see scoliosis all the time. And actually, I mean, I just treated like 300 people at Atlas, and I would say about 50% of them had scoliosis here in
Indonesia?
Yeah.
In Bali?
Well, most of the people flew in.
They flew in?
Jakarta, yeah.
Oh.
But
jadi, hang on. Tyler ini kesini habis melayani banyak klien, 300? Around
like
300-an orang yang udah daftar sebelumnya ketika tahu dia mau datang ke Bali untuk di adjust, dan rata-rata ternyata orang Indonesia yang datang scoliosis. So a lot of them had scoliosis. Men or women mostly? Mostly women. Women, yeah.
But there were some guys that had it too. But I see it in a lot of women. In America, it's usually females, unless you're born with it. Some people are born with it, but it's usually females who did some sort of dance or ballet or cheerleading when their bodies were going through a growth spurt. When they were, you know, between 9 and 14 years old. That's the main common thing that I found in people with scoliosis in America. Here, it's all random, you know. I would, like in America, girl comes in with scoliosis, I'll just be like, did you do dance growing up? They're like, how did you know? But here, it was maybe 5% of people that did dance that had the scoliosis.
High heels at a young age?
I don't know.
Maybe?
I don't ask that. Could be, I don't know. It's just
I'm curious.
It's just non-normal load on the spine when you're growing. That's my theory about
backpack.
Yeah, I could maybe heavy backpack.
We're in Asia. We overstudy. We're Asians.
It's hard to say though. But I work on scoliosis. I work on patients with scoliosis. I do not fix it. I do not try to fix it. If my adjustments make it so the curve is smaller,
then so be it.
Good, that's awesome. But I'm not gonna say that I do that, in just to protect myself if I don't, you know, because my whole brand and strategy is all about honesty. I tell people all the time, I don't think I can help you.
Really?
Yeah.
You send patients away? You send clients away?
Yeah. So I'll tell them, you know, if I touch people for a living, okay? I know when things are normal and when things are not normal. When it's something that's not normal, I'll tell them like, hey, this is weird. I'll be honest, this is weird. I'm gonna treat you. If you don't feel better at all, I'm not gonna be able to help you. But I'll let you know where I think you should go. And you know, those people that I send away, they're the ones that send their parents in. They're the ones that bring their kids in. They're the ones that like tell all their loved ones about me because they're like, wow, this guy was honest with me. And you know, there needs to be more of that in healthcare. And that's like kind of what I'm trying to do around the world. Because I'm sick of seeing, you know, a lot of chiropractors in America are paving the way for other bone setters, chiropractors, osteopaths around the world because people want to try it. And that's a big money grabbing thing for a lot of people. They'll be like, oh, maybe if I figure out how to do that, I can make money. So I see that as being a direction for bone setters, chiropractors around the world in general, and I don't like it. I think it's dangerous. So I want to use my platform to kind of spread what a good chiropractor should do, how they should operate, and what it should look and feel like.
Let's do that. Bagaimana caranya mengenali seorang chiropractor atau bone setter atau osteopath, pokoknya yang tukang kretekin, yang tukang adjust badan kita, bagaimana untuk tahu ini orang prakteknya jujur apa enggak? Maksudnya bukan jujur ya, lebih ke bener apa enggak gitu loh, kaidah-kaidah yang harus dianut. So let's do that. How do we like, oh, this chiropractor, that chiropractor, how do we know which ones actually will be doing the right thing? How, like, first observation, what do we look out for?
So one thing I tell my patients, if their loved ones are going somewhere else or something like that, or if they want to go somewhere else, if you walk out of the treatment not really knowing what happened and not really understanding what happened, they're not good. If you don't feel like you trust them, they're not good.
So there has to be trust there.
Yeah. If you know, it's scary.
It is.
It's a scary thing to go in. People are all the time, oh, I'm so nervous, and I'm just like, I would be too. This is scary. But I think what I'm really good at is comforting people, making them feel relaxed, making them like, you know, maybe cracking a joke every now and then, pun intended. But if you feel scared the whole time, I wouldn't say they're good. If you don't feel relief, I wouldn't say they're good. So it's mostly that type of stuff. I'm trying to get people away from having to spend crazy amounts of money up front with no promises, really. And that's a big thing in America too. I don't know about here. But I would see that as a yellow flag as well. And nowadays, I'm sorry, if there's any chiropractors watching this, you gotta have videos. You have to have videos. Because that's the easiest way.
How people can actually.
Exactly. So
okay.
I would honestly see it as a yellow flag if the chiropractor did not have videos nowadays.
Oh, okay.
So trust, understanding what happened, and the videos. Those are the three biggest things that I would look out for if I was looking for a chiropractor.
And how consistent these videos probably are, no? Like if they put out one video and then they roll out another one in another 2 months, I would probably think.
Yeah, I mean,
myself.
You know, like obviously you're gonna look into the finer details when you're searching them up. But you know, yeah, any good chiropractor would love to make videos because I see it as art. I'm doing art, and I think it's so cool. My job is so cool. It's a puzzle. Like your spine is a puzzle. Everything that you have going on in your life is a puzzle, and I think it's so cool to be able to like share that with people and to show my personality because I love people and I love being around people and meeting new people and talking to people. But if there's a chiropractor that's really good at it, they're gonna be obsessed with what they do. And you'll see it. The chiropractors on social media that are doing really well, they're obsessed.
It's like they're putting up their music
Exactly.
on
Exactly.
digital platforms.
It's their work.
Yeah.
It's their art, yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a bit to what brought you here. Jadi Tyler ini awalnya saya kenalan sama dia. We met on Instagram. I was like, oh, who's this guy? He's cracking a lot of bones, and then I started following him. Aku mulai follow, terus aku lihat, oh ini seru ya, dia masih muda dan kayaknya dia pandai. Lalu setelah saya lihat, ternyata dia prakteknya in California, right? You practice in California. Dan ternyata yang menariknya lagi, ternyata he's half bule, half Indonesian. Indonesian ya?
Yeah.
Dr. Tyler, how do I pronounce your last name?
Guess.
Bigenho. Bigenho?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bigenho. Okay, so that's how I pronounce it?
Yeah.
I'll do that again. Dr. Tyler Bigenho.
Yeah. We're allowed to perform high velocity, low amplitude adjustments. This is technically an adjustment, you know, but it's very slow.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a stretch almost.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do the ones that are quick.
Oke, ada saatnya di mana chiropractor nggak ngekretekin badan kita. Ternyata nggak semua pasien yang datang harus langsung di-crack gitu.
Cancer, any type of infection. If you want to know if they have rheumatoid arthritis or osteoporosis, aneurysm. Dan
ternyata yang menariknya lagi, ternyata he's half bule, half Indonesian. Indonesian ya?
Yeah, makasih.
Makasih.
Don't even say terima kasih.
Oh, that's good. Ayo, can you say ayo? Do you know
ayo.
Ayo?
Oh, what is that?
Come on, ayo.
Oh, cepetan.
Cepetan
Yeah.
is hurry.
Yeah.
Oh, so
my mom would always call me nakal. Last night I had oxtail soup.
Sop buntut.
Oh my, that's what it's called, buntut.
Sop is soup. Buntut is
Sop,
tail.
buntut. I want to travel the world. And I want to do this stuff.
Okay.
I want to take my art to other parts of the world. And Indonesia was my second biggest fan base, I guess. I will learn Bahasa.
Yes.
I will.